Hello, how are you? I am back again and today I wanted to talk about my pregnancy skincare story. I know this might sound like a very boring video, but bear with me, I'm going to try and make it fun. Also, if you are pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, this might kind of like help you or maybe give you an indication into like what could happen to your skin during pregnancy. I think we're all sold this real myth of your hair is going to be so thick and shiny and your skin is going to glow like it's never glowed before. And I have to say that was not how I felt. So I thought I'd share it because I really struggled with my skin. I struggled with my hair afterwards, but I struggled with my skin more. And I did find a solution, so I want to share it because if it worked for me, you never know, it might work for you. And also I know pregnancy chat in general can be very triggering for people, especially if you're having fertility issues. It's really difficult. It's like the worst lottery in the world. So if this is upsetting for you, I am really, really sorry. And I really don't want to be like moaning about my hair and skin when you're like, do you know what, I would just want to be pregnant. So apologies if it does come off as like ungrateful. It really isn't. I love Mary, I adore her, but I did struggle with my hair and skin and I just thought I would share my experience in case it's helpful for anybody, and also share what I did to try and combat it. So yeah, I hope that's all okay. I'm not very good with these words. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not very good with these things. So I'm so sorry and I don't want to be clumsy and upset anybody. Anyway, on to the video. Whew. So I was expecting to have my best skin of my life and my best hair of my life. And in reality, my hair, let's talk about that first. When I was pregnant, it was thick and it was bushy and it basically just didn't fall out for like months. Like, I'm the person who's always having to like pull bits of hair out the shower. Didn't have to do that for like 6 months. It was actually quite helpful. Like, it cut down on my admin time. But I would say it wasn't like my hair looked good. It just looked thick and bushy. It was almost a bit wiry and it wasn't glossy and it wasn't shiny. It was just thick and bushy. It took me like a long time to dry it off in the morning, but whatever, it was fine. It wasn't that big a deal. When Mary was born, about 6 weeks after, I just shed so much hair. And like when I looked in the mirror, like I wouldn't have been able to use a light ring because when I looked in the mirror and I had an overhead light on, you could just see so much scalp. Like, it was pretty awful. Yeah, like I wouldn't have been able to do this because you would have just seen too much of my scalp. And I actually started wearing a hat, and then one of my friends was like, for God's sake, take that hat off, you look like an absolute idiot, which was actually really hurtful. But I don't think they realised how much hair I had lost and how upsetting it was. But anyway, it was fine. It's starting to grow back. Like, I still have like 2 lengths of my hair because this is like the hair since Mary's born. And yeah, my fringe is still a little bit like baby hair, but you know, it's fine. It's growing back. It's taking a sweet time, but whatever. But yeah, my hair during pregnancy was just like thick and bushy. After pregnancy, it's just dropped out. It was quite a lot. But my skin, that was a whole different story. So my skin, I was expecting it to be like glossy, glowing, bright, radiant, as people tell you it is. It was not. I never broke out. I never really got spots. But I was very sensitive, I was very irritable, and I felt like the wrong face cream or a little bit too much central heating, and I was like, my skin was like burning, it was quite tight, it was quite uncomfortable, like nothing seemed to help it. Like, it really felt, I can't really describe it, I felt like I had very dry, very sensitive, very irritable skin. I was constantly like, I need something to calm it, I need something to kind of like really hit the hydration and the nourishment and just calm and soothe it, and nothing seemed to really work. But what I did do was I did 2 things that were really helpful. I cut out all peels, all retinols, all scrubs, everything that was like even just a tiny little bit harsh. Like, no clay masks, no peels, no enzymes, no kind of like gently, you know, exfoliating things. I literally cut all of that out. I just didn't use anything that had even a shred of acid in. Gone. And if I could, I wouldn't wear makeup and I'd pretty much just wash my face with water and then layer on the hydration. Also, I tried to stick to products which were very natural, very balancing, very like chamomile, rose, anything like that. Fragrance-free products were very good. Very natural skincare was very good for me. And I tried to really kind of just keep it as simple as possible. I didn't particularly even use serums. I didn't use any exfoliants, any masks. I just kept it simple, 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 and I focused on very natural, very simple skincare, which would hydrate, nourish, and hopefully calm my skin. I also tried to like have as little central heating as possible because that was making me very dry and very irritable, and I felt like too much central heating was kind of like aggravating it a bit. I was very hot. In pregnancy I was constantly hot, so my boyfriend would be like, I'm really cold, can we turn the heating on? And I'd be like, nope, I'm hot and it's gonna make my skin worse. So I tried to keep the house as cold as possible. That's Gordon barking. Yeah, so I tried to keep the house as cool as possible. I tried to keep the central heating off. I would recommend trying to do that, even if you are using like a log burner rather than central heating. That can be a good way to warm the house without it being quite drying on your skin. So try to kind of like use less central heating. Also, if you can, like try and use the hairdryer less, because the hairdryer around your face can actually be quite annoying for your skin if possible. Also, when you're showering, try not to have your face under the hot water. Try to keep your face out of the hot water and then just kind of wash your face with tepid water. People say that you should do that as standard practice, but to be honest, I'm a lazy kind of girl. I like to just use the hot water that the shower's coming down on my face. But when I was pregnant, I tried not to do that. And then what else did I do? Oh yes, finally, my God, I changed most of my skincare to being as streamlined as possible, cut out everything that wasn't necessarily, all my mask, clays, etc. I actually didn't use much serum either, and I literally just switched to making it as simple and streamlined as possible, and I absolutely loved the Lizelle range. I've got the bits here which I used because I thought it would be helpful. The range had only just been released, so Lizelle were like, do you want to try it? And I was like, yep, sounds perfect. And honestly, it was transformative. It was the probiotic range. It's so good. It's really gentle, really calming. Unlike the cleanse and polish, which you kind of like want to exfoliate off with the cloth, the cleanser just rinses off, so it's really, really, really gentle on your skin. It was quite nourishing on the skin as well, and then I didn't use any serum. I just used either the day or night cream. The day cream was lovely. It's all quite oaty. Some people don't like the smell. I didn't mind it. And to be honest, even if I hadn't liked it, I wouldn't have cared, because it was just so calming and soothing on my skin. Like my cheeks could get quite hot and red, and I felt like the minute I put this on, it felt like quite relieving, if that makes sense, like if that's even a word. But I really felt like the relief when I put it on my cheeks. Yeah, it was quite oaty. It was like, it's technically unfragranced, but there is a fragrance which is like the oats and the kind of the products inside. I wouldn't say that if you're looking for like a really good smelling spa range, this is not it. Stick to the cleanse and polish if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something which is really gonna calm and like control all the irritability, this was a game changer for me. I just literally used these 3 products and that was pretty much it. I tried not to wear too much makeup. I tried to cut out as much central heating as possible, and I really tried to kind of like keep my skin just as calm and soothed as possible. But yeah, I did find this range so good. I love Lizelle anyway, but this was incredible for me. I cannot recommend it enough. The cleanser, really good, just really calming, soothing, nourishing. The day cream, lovely. It was really good with makeup as well, but it was also just really nice by itself. And then the night cream was really rich, really hydrating, really like added quite a lot into my skin. And really, like, if you have dry skin, it was really like a good powerful night cream as well. Like I would say my 2 favorite things from the whole range would be the night cream and the cleanser, but to be honest, I wouldn't give up the day cream either, because the day cream was a really good day cream. But yeah, I just found it a really, really, really good range for me. Super gentle, super natural, really lovely and calming. I would say the only drawback is the smell. It didn't really bother me, but I know that some people did reviews of it and said that they didn't really like the smell. But also, if you are struggling with your skin, then the smell is just like not even something that you care about when you're thinking about just breaking out and having sore dry cheeks. Do you know what I mean? It's not even something to consider. But yeah, I found it a really great range. In terms of other brands which might be good for you, If you are pregnant and suffering like I was, you could try the Ever Calm range by Ren. You could also try, what else could you try? Trying to think of what brands do really soothing, calming products. Definitely Ren, definitely Lizelle. The Lizelle was a game changer for me. Maybe Gerlique. Gerlique is really nice and calming and soothing, especially the products with all the rose water. Lovely. Again, try to use as few products as possible. Yeah, I don't know. I just personally found this range was an absolute game changer. I will link it below. I do love Lizelle. I have done sponsored content for them because I am just such a huge fan. I use it all the time. I am now using the Cleanse and Glow range because my skin is kind of back to normal and I don't really wear foundation at the moment because I don't really have time to apply it or take it off, to be honest. So I'm using the Cleanse and Glow range because I actually find that if I use a Cleanse and Glow range, if I do use any foundation, it is a minimal amount. And I just find it gives me really good skin. And now that my skin is kind of a bit back to normal, it's like the perfect range for me because it's really lovely to use and it just, yeah, it just does the trick and it makes it so I don't have to use foundation every day. But yeah, if you are struggling with irritable skin, honestly, try this range. It's so good. I think Lizelle give you a 60-day return policy. So if you actually don't like it and you're not happy with it, you can return it within 60 days and they'll give you your full money back anyway. So it's really good. But yeah, I found it incredible. I really wanted to recommend it. Yeah, I just loved it. But they are my tips about everything else that you can do, like trying not to wear too much makeup, trying to avoid as much central heating as possible. And I know that's difficult if you've got young children in the house, but maybe try and, you know, use a log burner instead where possible. But yeah, I just found it really difficult. It was very dry, very irritable, and just constantly felt like I was going to get like angry skin, which was painful. It wasn't just that it didn't look great, it felt painful and it was very tricky. But yeah, this range, brilliant for me, and yeah, I would recommend it all day long. But there are other things that you can do, and I hope this video has helped you. But yeah, if you don't have like glowing skin and glossy hair during pregnancy, you're not the only one. And I think it's quite normal, you know? I think it's just a myth that we're all fed that we're gonna look absolutely gorgeous and glowing during pregnancy. And some people I'm sure do, but others are just trying to get by, you know? So yeah, I hope this video is of help. Thank you again for watching. Sorry it's a bit long, but yeah, thank you so much and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.